Hey guys, Chris from CR2 here. We're out at the range day and we're getting some rifles ready for the Nightforce ELR match out in Wyoming next month. A lot of you saw my video from the other day talking about the one box training plan, and we thought, hey, this was a perfect opportunity to talk about that first part of that plan. But that was, we called it the warm up. All right, so the part of the warm up is getting your rifles ready before you ever send any rounds downrange. All right, we see it more often than not. Guys will send good rounds after bad because their rifles aren't ready to shoot, they're not prepared, and they have things like dope dialed on their turrets from the next day, or their turret caps are loose, or their suppressors are still loose. So we're going to go over our routine of how we get prepared during that warm up before we ever send rounds downrange. All right, stay tuned. Every little micro adjustment basically looks like it's moved a huge amount.
This is your radio check.
So first thing we want to do, let's just go ahead and let's check our suppressor, make sure it's tight. Look at that. My suppressor was actually loose. Guys, I didn't prep that ahead of time. It was just loose, probably from transport or maybe from yesterday's session. All right, that's tight. Going to go ahead over here, check our bipods. Next thing to do, I'm going to come up here to my scope cap. So these are set at 25 inch-pounds. I got my Fix-It sticks, 25 inch-pounds, and my T15. So nice thing about these Badger rings is they're labeled in numbers, so it tells you what pattern to use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's super simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we're going to come over here to the rail grabbers. These are 65 inch-pounds, and it takes this this half-inch hex. So crank those down, 65 inch-pounds, super easy. And then I'm going to come underneath to my chassis screws. So guys, depending on the chassis, depending on if you're using a chassis or a stock, this could change. Some of them are 65 inch-pounds. Sometimes on some of the stocks, like some of the Manor stocks, it's 65 inch-pounds in the front and it's 45 inch-pounds in the rear. So just look at your owner's manual, look at the manufacturer specs. But I believe this one is 65, so we're going to go 65 in the front. All right, always set the front first and then set the back. All right, 65. All right, so our suppressor's good, our bipods are good, our scope's good. Gonna come back here, check that cheek piece. All right, I've had cheek pieces slip on me and want to shift down while I'm shooting. Come back here, make sure that the adjustment for our length of pull is good to go. And what do you know, our rifle is good to go. So now we can move on up here to our shooting position and start those dry fires. All right, guys, let's go up here. So I think I kind of like that hand forward position because I'm actually supporting the forend while also grabbing the bag versus going over top on this position with the way this bag is and this plate. It's kind of helping me to manipulate this padded bag that's on this plate. Getting a lot smaller wobble zone. I just got to make sure that I'm not blading off too far and compromising my natural point of aim when I'm reaching forward. On this bag versus going on top. The nice thing about going on top is I don't have to reach as far forward, so it doesn't cause me to blade and compromise my natural point of aim. But I like the stability I'm getting from this. All right, now I'm going to move over to my kneeling position. So move this out of the way. So I don't like this. I'm actually going to lower it down. I felt like I was compromising on my stability in this position. So rather than break a bad shot, even though I know this is dry fire, but this dry fire is prepping my mindset for my live fire shots later. So there's no point in breaking bad dry fire shots. Yeah, see, now I can actually rest my elbow on my knee. All right, guys, that was just a little taste of the first portion of that one box training plan, or what a session might look like for us. Obviously, I don't need to do positional drills in order to shoot an ELR match. But that was just to give you a taste of what a session might look like for us as part of that warm-up portion of the one box training plan. Guys, you don't have to go with that name. That's just what I came up with as an idea. All right, for those to be able to do a training session with just one box of ammunition, trying to be budget friendly. So the whole mindset though is just that we kind of treat these training sessions like we would a workout, with the intent of being deliberate about it, actually having a plan and having some thought process into what we're going to do. So we're going to come out, we're going to warm up, and you guys got to see that today, what a portion of that warm up would be, prepping our rifle and then going through those dry fires. Next thing that we would do is go into some type of drill, isolating out those weaknesses or isolating out those skill sets, whether it be shooting a craft drill, shooting build and breaks. But part of that dry fire would be to actually dry fire that drill, all right? Because there's no point in dry firing in the prone on a piece of paper and then shooting an isolation drill that's completely different than the way you dry fired. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll see you next time.